subscribe, and hit that bell.
And so, a new day has begun. The third villager was born, and I had to prepare my village for more people. The first house I built needed some modifications, so villagers could live there. I started by taking down walls. Next was the floor. I think that stone brick slab floor was not comfortable enough for them. No one likes, after waking up, to touch cold floor with their feet, so I had to replace the floor with wooden planks. The house was still simple, but now it had more space. Villagers will definitely like it. Now that my villager's house has more space, I can make bigger windows, I thought. So after placing the new floor, I took my axe and chopped some holes in the walls and placed new windows. The villager's house now looks much better than it used to. While I was building, I got hungry. My farm grew and I had plenty of pigs, so finally I could get some meat. After I was done with my work, I went to butcher some of them. For that, I got some nice pork chops. After I ate, I went to my cube of lava to place some stairs. Now I could oversee my village. I went to my mines to get more cobblestone. It might be useful because my village was growing. I had a hunch that villagers didn't like walking on slabs, so if it's true, I will have enough stone to replace them. I was done with mining and went back to the village. I had to place beds in the first villager's house. Now the house was complete, and soon new villagers will be able to live here. I went back to the cube of lava. My village had already 5 villagers. For now, there were only farmers, so I had to continue building my trade center. It wasn't done yet. I added more chests and placed slabs on top of them. After that, I added workbenches for my villagers, so they could learn new professions. I did it in every room. Now my items will be sorted. I placed some dirt blocks on my island, so I could plant some trees. It was time consuming going to shore. Today I didn't want to just build my village, so I went to explore my mines. There were still some places that I didn't explore, so I went down. It took me some time to find new roads, but when I found them, I got plenty of things to mine. I was gathering resources, but my mines didn't feel dangerous anymore, and I felt unsatisfied. I wanted an adventure, but I knew that I wasn't ready yet. My armor was still weak. My weapons were out of iron. I found some new roads in my mines, but was bored, so I went back to my village. When I arrived, I saw that I have a chance to get new armor. One of my villagers can make armor now, so I started to trade with him. I had plenty of emeralds by trading my crops, so I spent all of them. I started getting diamond gear, boots that had fire protection, helmet with projectile protection, and armor with simple protection. After I was done with trading, I made an anvil to make my gear even stronger. On my island, cats started to appear, so I went fishing. With the fish I got, I tamed them. In my first house, villagers started to live, but some of them didn't want to work. Maybe the trade center is too far, I thought. When I went to my trade center, a toolsmith appeared. I started to trade with him too, so I could have access to diamond tools. After some trades, he started to offer me iron tools. The axe he offered me was useful, so I took it. To fix the problem with lazy villagers, I started to build a library next to the first villager's house. It will look like the first house, but one window will be missing. Everything else will be the same. I did other chores too, like chopping wood, trading, and harvesting. While I was building, I saw an iron golem. He was damaged. Some of them, when they spawn, are stuck and take damage, so I killed the damaged one, so new could be born. Because of trading with the villagers, I got low on resources again. so I had to go back to the mines to get more iron and coal. But before that, I had to finish at least the walls of my library. When I was done, I went back to my mines. The unexplored areas of my mines had lots of resources. I even got some more diamonds. But at this point, I wasn't happy about them, because I can trade diamond gear with villagers now. Maybe they get useful when I start enchanting stuff. Time was passing by, and I still wanted to do something dangerous. I was building almost all the time, and these mines don't scare me anymore. I had a feeling that I have to go somewhere else. But for now, I had to focus on my village. When I got back, I started to trade with my toolsmith, in hope that he will offer me useful tools. The diamond axe he offered didn't impress me. After a few more trades, he offered me a diamond pickaxe, which was somewhat useful. It was a bit more durable than a regular one. After I was done, I went back to build my library. I still had to build a roof and add more lights, and the library will be done. Now when I'm building the library, it takes me less time than it took me to build the first house. But still, haven't got used to building the roof of it. I was already planning to build more houses like these, but those will be for the villagers. As I said, I wanted to explore, and I realized that I haven't explored east of my island yet. I finished building the library. I took my boat and was heading east. It was near. There was a jungle almost next to my island. That means I might find some melons. When I arrived there, I took some bamboo and went back home. It was dark, and I went to sleep. The next day, when I woke up, not to lose time, I took my boat back to the jungle. On my way, I noticed a sunken ship. It had 3 treasure chests. First one had some emerald, a diamond and some iron. Second had a treasure map and 2 compasses. Third wasn't that great, some food and coal. I started to look for the treasure, and the map took me back to the jungle. I had some trouble finding this treasure. I had to dig more than usual, but at least the sand I got could be turned into glass. That will be useful for trading with my villagers. The treasure I found wasn't that great. Again, a diamond, some food, some iron and gold. I went to the jungle to find melons and maybe some birds. I didn't find those birds, but I found melons, and it was enough for me. Finally, my farm is complete. I didn't explore more. I took my boat back to the village. It was already night. I was done for today and went to sleep. This trip was a success. Next morning I went to my farm to plant those melon seeds. Those melon seeds are useful. Now I have one more resource that I can trade. My level was getting high, so I went to upgrade my armor. It was getting stronger, and I felt much safer. After I was done, I went to continue building my 3rd house. While I was building the library, I already placed the foundations for it. It was even easier to build this home. I got already used to it. The bamboos that I brought from jungle were growing fast, and it was so satisfying to chop them down. I still don't know what to do with them. I know that you can breed pandas, but they don't seem useful for my village. I'll have to replace those stone brick slab floors. My villagers start to act strange when they are on them. They sometimes forget their professions and learn new ones while they are on those stone brick floors. For now, I'm replacing it only in this house, but I had to come up with the solution. I didn't want to replace them today, so the solution could be temporary. While I was building my house, I came up with a plan that could maybe fix the problem. But first I had to finish building the 3rd house. This house took less time to build than I thought. With chopping wood, farming and trading, it took me only 2 days. It maybe sounds a lot, but harvesting my crops, it takes 8 minutes. That's almost half a day. I was done with building the third house, and swam under my island to place more stone brick slabs under my library. Maybe this will fix the problem, I thought, but it didn't. I had only one librarian at the time, and his offers were changing. That means I have to replace those floors. It's the only way to fix this problem. I went to my trade center and started to replace the floor with regular stone bricks. After that, I made some paths with stone bricks in the center of my village. I still don't know what I'm going to build there. I didn't have enough stone to replace it, so I went again to my mines. There were some paths that I haven't discovered yet, and that means more resources I can trade. I've explored the caves under my mines and finished mining for today. Tomorrow I'll replace those floors. My village was almost done, and soon I'll give it a name. Time has passed since I started, and I got finally my diamond gear. I was one step closer to conquer this world. I achieved some of my goals. My village grew, and now I feel they're safe. But living in this safe environment, I felt that I was getting weak. There were many battles yet to come, so I had to prepare. I had to become stronger. I had to sharpen my skills. There is a place that isn't safe, and it does not matter if it's night or day. For the sake of my village, I had to grow, so I decided to become stronger than ever by going to another world called the Nether. This was today's story of a hardcore noob named Pointless Fish. Thank you for watching.